Happy holidays. Very nice to see everyone. Thank you for coming out. Got my security clearance today, so I'm all set to go infiltrate the CIA. So, this poem is called Truer Direction. Higher, higher, higher. On that pale, gray cold ribbon of concrete, I rose, propelled so easily, suspended above the James. I drove fast in morning's rush, approaching the apex of sun and sky, to another insignificant, drab, dull day of meaningless and soul-sucking toil. There it stood, east, alone and small, green and white. East. What good is a sign on a bridge high above the river? East. In my world, there's a sign on the highway that says east? Well, there is some comfort in reading east. Increased enlightenment. And there it is. East. A joke, cynical, funny, mirthful. East. East brightens my day, thinking of the effort to put a simple truth high above the water everyone can see. Proclaim it, East. When we're headed into massive debt, fear of nuclear destruction, opioid deaths run crazy, rampant misogyny and racial intolerance. So, East, you comfort, and there's no argument, wrangling accusations or lies. Simplicity, truth, East. So this is one of my favorite memories of the Christmas holiday from 1982 when we lived in the Fan and just came down to Richmond. And well, it's called Don't Eat the Meat. December 82, broke and hungry, eating the government cheese. The break came for a traditional Christmas dinner, prime rib. And after retrieving the roast from Stanley's Meat Market, I walked up Park past Belmont. You know, there's no snow in Richmond. Bare elm trees lined our dusty street. And then unexpectedly, bubbles. Hundreds of translucent bubbles catching the sun. My journey delayed. All traffic stopped. Drivers leaning, leering to see her. Her. Youth on display in nothing but the immodest covering of white, oblivious, ossified, littering the air with a sweeping gesture, creating soapy globes reflecting sky, sun, and light this December day. Bubbles kept floating down, and she cast a spell on us. Drivers careened and crashed. Fires erupted and the dead piled up, but not before smiling angels appeared in their pupils. Well, I kept walking with my $32 prime rib. Days later, the meat was roasted, and exiting the oven, a slight aroma of putrefied flesh greeted me. Well, my mind was saddled with the thought of wasting money, and there was the hunger. The delicious memories, the memories of delicious blood-red beef. I dove in, tearing and cutting, gobbling large chunks of what was a delicious cow that now entered me with an evil purpose and vile. The curse of Bubble Girl. While my gut heaved, intestines roiled like steam pipes ready to burst, bovine garbage in and garbage out. That sordid disaster left me in furious cascades of froth and filth. Internal forces rocketing me off the porcelain, and weakened I rose, stumbling out the door. Falling, looking east, towards that cursed tenement, the dwelling of the bubble maker. Now I know never to look up when unholy bubbles fill the air. Thanks.